Elijah, good morning. Psst, 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 psst. Hey, good morning. Good morning, sweet boy. What do you think? Yeah? What else? What else is going on with you? Oh. Yeah. I love my puppy, but this fuzzy guy right here is my soulmate. Aren't you? Hi. Hi. I love you. Okay, you ready to start the day? Are you ready to start the day? Yeah. Hi. I just took the dog for a walk and around the neighborhood, and it was an ordeal. I feel like I could take Gimli to the Appalachian Trail and he would do fine. But God forbid I try to just walk him around the neighborhood. Like you'd think I was torturing him. And it's pouring with rain, and the barometric pressure is going to change because it's going to drop by 30 degrees between today and tomorrow. And so I'm going to be in pain. But you know what? We're not gonna kvetch. I am here because this afternoon is my kids' first wrestling match of the season, and it is at a school on the other side of Philadelphia. And therefore, I need to have dinner ready when we get home from all of that. So I am going to prepare some very popular around here pumpkin chili that can just sit in the slow cooker all day and be ready when we get home. So I will put the recipe in the description box because it's just easier for me. But right now, in the bowl of our Instant Pot, I have an onion chopped up and 4 little frozen pellets of pre-crushed garlic, because sometimes you just have to take shortcuts to get things done. And I used to feel bad about that, but you know what? It's nothing to sweat over. Would I normally prefer mincing a whole bunch of fresh garlic? Absolutely. Do I have the bandwidth for that today? No. You could use garlic from a jar. I'm not going to judge you. Just use enough. That's the only thing I'm going to be bossy about, is use enough. Measure with your heart. Right now, let's see if I can I turn this around? Maybe? No? All right, never mind. I am browning some Beyond Meat, which is a vegan ground beef substitute. I'm browning it and mushing it up as much as I can into little bits. You could use whatever protein you like. You could use ground turkey, you could use ground beef, you could use a mixture of things. You could do no quote-unquote meat substitute and add extra beans. It's really about just whatever works for you. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 425 gram tins of pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie filling, pumpkin puree. That would be a really tragic mistake. And then 1 tin of, I like to use pinto beans. You could use black beans, you could use chickpeas, you could use navy bean, whatever. You could use black-eyed peas. whatever you want. It's a lot of just, once you get your onions and the garlic and your meat, or quote unquote meat, brown, it's really just a dump and stir and then wait process. It's a lot of times, if I have the energy at night, I'll assemble this at night and keep it in the fridge, and then when I get up in the morning, just plop it in the slow cooker, turn it on low, and let it cook all day. Easy, easy, easy. You can also cook it on high for 2 hours. Whatever works. So I'm gonna pause this and turn you around so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is the Beyond Meat. I don't know if you've never, I don't actually know how widely available Beyond Meat is outside of the US. I really hope it's available in Canada because we use it about once a week. But it's made from pea protein. And I mean, we really like it. I like it better than Impossible, but that's definitely a personal preference thing. I mean, I will absolutely use Impossible beef if that's all that's available. But especially like if we're having burgers, I prefer Beyond. I think Impossible would go just as well in this chili. So I'm going to break it up a little bit more and then add it to the pot, and then we can talk about spices and broth. Okay, I'm going to talk spices now, and I know that among those of us who don't have a lot of melanin in our skin, this can be kind of a touchy subject. I am definitely a pro-spice person. This was kind of trial and error for me, but I think I found the sweet spot for my family. So to this pot of chili, you're going to add salt to taste. I tend to go a little bit lower on it because I like to add an optional ingredient, which I will talk about in a minute. Okay, so to this pot of deliciousness, you're going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Yes, I know about the garlic cloves that are already in there. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And then this is the controversial one. 1.5 teaspoons of chipotle powder. And then 1 healthy pinch of cayenne pepper. That's it. Obviously, you do you, but this is what I think is delicious and what my family will eat. I also, this is optional, but I highly, highly recommend you add 1/3 cup of roughly chopped up pickled jalapeno peppers. Highly recommend. And then you add a liter of stock. I'm using vegetable stock. You could use chicken stock, turkey, whatever you got. But then so you combine all that in your slow cooker, you mix it thoroughly, and then you put it in your slow cooker and you turn it on. If you have all day, low for 6 to 8 hours. If you don't have all day, high for 2 hours. I hope you enjoy it. Here is the final potion, the final emulsion, the final stew. I added a liter of stock and I stirred everything up. And now I'm going to put it in the slow cooker. This freezes really, really well. So if you wanted to double it and freeze half to keep for a day where just the idea of cooking makes you want to scream, highly recommend. Or if you live by yourself, you could freeze half of this and again, save for a day when the idea of cooking you just can't bear it. So I will I like to serve this over some chopped up leafy greens like spinach or kale, just because I'm always trying to get more veggies into myself and my family. So in my bowl, I will put shredded kale, say, and shredded vegan cheese. You could obviously use regular cheese. And then pour a couple of hot ladlefuls of this over top and stir it up, and the cheese gets melty and the greens get nice and wilty and soft, and it's good times is what it is. Gimli, are you ever gonna let me have the ball? Gimli says no. No. No take, only throw. Buddy. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. It's raining really hard, dude. We need to go in soon. Okay, can I maybe have it so I can throw it one more time? Can I maybe, no? No? Okay. Hi, it's nighttime. Kind of a really busy day. My kid won her very first 2 wrestling matches. It was so exciting and nerve-wracking, but exciting. This is her 2nd year wrestling. Last year was a really big learning year for her. And wrestling is a sport that really rewards you for sticking with it. And watching her level up is really fun. So super proud of her, and she's very proud of herself. What did I do today besides walk the dog in the rain? I finished a sock. Haha. It took so long. Maybe it just feels like it took so long because this is like the third. It's the 3rd time. The 3rd time is a charm. There's really no specific pattern. I just did a knit 1 purl 1 ribbing for the cuff, and then the leg is knit 3 purl 1 and a basic heel flap, because that's generally what I prefer. And then the ribbing pattern on the top of the foot and just plain on the bottom. And lately I have been really enjoying instead of a Kitchener stitch to close the toe, I've been doing a 3 needle bind off. And honestly, you get a little bit of a seam on the toe. I don't care, and it feels more secure to me than the Kitchener stitch lately. I have knit dozens and dozens and dozens of socks and closed it with the Kitchener stitch, and they're all fine. Maybe I just am on a wild hair. Anyway, and then I got more progress on forest flower. I finished the lightest green, and I've started putting in the dark green. So I'll finish this, and then there's just one more color to go, and it will be done. I don't know if it's going to get to the UK. I don't think it's going to get to the UK by Christmas, but I think it will definitely get there before the end of the year. And I cannot forget to make my cross stitch ATC and send it to my partner. Like I've had the thing stitched for weeks. I need to do that this week. If I want to keep being allowed to do. I should reach out to Heather and let her know that I'm not a deadbeat. I'm just a space cadet. So I think that's where I'm going to end this. It's almost 8 p.m. I am tired. So I'm going to put this together and play a little bit of Skyrim and then go to bed. That's what I'm going to do. So I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm crashing your video.
So will Josh. I love you.
Love you. Good night.
Okay. Good night.